So the big question is why do most systems not work for you and or your team? And I was a little hesitant to put together this title, but I wanted to get your attention because it doesn't have to be that way for you. And I'm going to share with you probably one of my biggest breakthrough calls that I've ever done on a one-on-one coaching today with an amazing team leader in network marketing. And I really remember why I was able to use a system to build a team of 40,000 people and what I would do right now if I was you. And to give you the number one ingredient of how to make the system that you have available for you, whatever that is, your upline system, my system that I build for my clients and my team members, what does a great system look like? The first thing I'm going to talk about a system is this. Number one thing needed for a good system is a system ultimately should be, and this is what I always say, a system needs to be better than you. A system needs to be better than me and you. A system needs to be better than you and me and all the leaders that are in your company or in your team, let's say. So what that means is a system that's not involving you as much as possible, something that's outrageously simple. It's so simple. The system is so simple, new people will always doubt it, right? Because they come from corporate backgrounds, they join you in a home business. And when you teach them part of your system, and again, this is just part of it, is the 3 steps: connect with people, share presentations, get them started, follow up until they get started. I mean, stuff like that is so simple, but people are like, no, I got to learn marketing. No, I got to learn the comp plan. No, I got to learn the ingredients. No, I got to get certified. No, you need to learn the system. So what is the number one reason why good systems that you probably have access to right now, why don't they break down? And actually, I'm going to tell you one more quick story before I get into the direct answer. Many years ago, I was working with an amazing mentor that's transformed my life. She was a huge part of me building a big team because she did the component of kicking my team's butt, giving them simple processes, telling them what to do, what not to do, all the simplicity of strategic knowledge of building a team. But I will tell you, out of the 40,000 people that I built in my team, I cannot tell you how many people that I went through in my team would go through my mentor system, whether it was a live event or whether it was through an online type coaching process. And I will tell you, a good 80 to 90% of the people would ultimately come to say, it doesn't work. They said it doesn't work. And then I would talk to other friends that would go to events with me and they would say, it doesn't work as well. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for duplication. But what I've realized, what made it work for me and many people on my team, whether they really even knew it worked overall, because it did work overall. It did work. Why? Because it did work. What didn't work? What didn't work, or why did many of my team members go through that system that we had to collectively, because it wasn't just my mentor system, it was what I did for my team as a system, what my mentor did with the training, and we combined into one simple process for people on my team to succeed. But again, why does it break down? And why do most of your systems that you're going to give to your team members break down? Is it because the system doesn't work? Most likely not. Most likely not. My mentor system wasn't broke, although there were gaps that I had to fill when you use any system, because you're dealing with people. When people join your company, they go through your getting started system, let's say, or they go through whatever system that you have on how to find prospects, share products, business, whatever that is, whatever that system is. The reason why it breaks down is because it doesn't work for people sometimes the first go around, or the second time they invite a prospect through it, or the third, or the 30th, sometimes 300. Why? Is it because the system doesn't work? No. It's because your prospect or maybe you are still talking too much. And they keep going. Or maybe it's because they still have fear, but they sound like they're saying the right words on the script. The script won't do all the heavy lifting. The system doesn't do all the heavy lifting. You still got to work it strategically over time to get better at a process of inviting people, sharing presentations, plugging people into a Facebook group, or whatever your process is. Again, the process, I would bet almost every process developed by a 6 or 7 figure earner in your company works. I would bet that they all work. But again, it's the people that break it down. And here's the number one thing I'm going to share with you on today's live training. Number one, the thing I identified that one of my clients was using my system and she wasn't having success with connecting, sharing, and starting what I teach and the processes and the systems around that. And I realized the only way it worked for me personally and my mentor, Kim, was because I believed 100%, I knew 100% there was pieces that in my perfect way, I would have done it maybe slightly different with some of the different ways that my mentor did it. But I was at a point in life where I said, I don't care if it's perfect. I'm going to make it perfect by working it to my best ability. And what I did and what you need to do to make a system work is you have to believe it's going to work. And you have to understand that there's going to be flaws. You have to understand they're going to say something weird in step number one. Step number two, you might disagree on why they do it this way. You know, there's always going to be disagreements of your experience in life coming to the table with your upline or leader or mentor system. It's the way that it works. And the only option that you have is to create your own, which I can't tell you with 25 years experience how much I would recommend not doing that until you get to 7 figures. Forget 7 figures. That's just the beginning stages of understanding and discerning how simple a process needs to be in network marketing. It's very simple, but unless you're a extremely strategic, understanding leader, not just in building training systems, not just in teaching, not just in maybe a corporate background, but specifically in the psychology of building multiple layers of teams like the niche that we're in. Anyways, I can go on with that forever, but just trust me, it's better to use a system that's unperfect than to spend time creating your own perfect system. Because if you're a leader, if you're a strong personality like me, you'll do what I did and spend the first 15 years of my career always challenging my upline, challenging every way that my presenters did the presentations, challenging everything. Why? Because when you're around long enough, you always want to fix it and make it better and think that there's some kind of holy grail of this perfect elusive system. It does not exist. My system, if it was the most perfect system in the history of network marketing, is gonna, I believe, get more. I believe it's better than most out there, maybe, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna get everybody to succeed through it. Neither should your system work that way as well. Neither did my mentor system, but I made it work because I had to for my family, and I didn't want to recreate the wheel. I didn't want to do the events. I didn't want to do the scripts over. I didn't want to do all the processes at that time. Does that make sense? So the number one thing you have to do to believe in your presentation, your company, your product, and your leader system, your getting started system to the onboarding, leadership, ongoing personal growth, and whatever your system is with your company, you've got to just let go of the thinking, analyzing, fearing, wondering, worrying if it works, and just have some faith that it works. Even if it doesn't work for you the first 10 times you put a prospect through it, the first 15, the first 20. I've had people go through it 2,000 times with prospects. And again, the system worked for me. It worked for many people on my team, but it wasn't working for this one particular leader because they were still working on old habits that they had to get rid of. Okay. So, and if you have the perfect system in network marketing where the ratio of people succeeding is breaking the bank in this industry, man, I'd love to see it because I know it doesn't exist. I know there's better systems for you. There's better systems for the style that you want to build. You may not like my style of building. There's others out there, but again, pick one and just let it work. Have the faith that it'll work for you. Okay. By the way, if you're on here watching live or recorded, please let me know that you pop by. Okay. And you know what? If you want my free report on your best day ever that we just did, I have a report on your best day ever. Click below and just put best day. Type in best day and I'll message you my new 1-page report on how to have the best day ever in network marketing. All right, God bless, and I will see you at your top rank.